It's new banner time! Greetings and salutations, my name is Deltran, talking about the Fire Emblem Heroes Path of Radiance banner that is going to be released. Let's go ahead and go over the units and some initial impressions of what the skills are. So we have 3 different heroes in this banner, and we'll start off with Nephenee. Everybody's been wanting Nephenee. Let's take a look at her kit here. Slaying Lance is finally making an appearance. I'm glad. I was hoping for it sometime soon. Of course, it had to be on a unit that no one really wants to fodder off, but you know, that's a thing. Moonbow is pretty cool. Attack and speed. This differs from Swift Sparrow, by the way, and this is always on, so not only does it work on the defense, but this means it also affects different skills, like the boost skills or heavy blade, and that you need to make sure that you can best this as well. So it's a small difference. I am not personally sold on this being a huge benefit to anybody, so I could see the skill being removed, but we don't know what the skills are, at least as of recording this, so, you know, I could be wrong. What's really cool is her B slot, Wrath. Oh, this is like the exact opposite of what Saber has. It's wonderful. If you're below 75 hit points and you trigger your special, special cooldown goes down and you get 10 extra damage. I really want to try this on a Wu Dao user so bad. That's the first thing I thought of. I'm sure it works great on her, but that's what I am dying to do at this point in time. I could see just stacking that damage. There's no note here saying that it can't be stacked. I don't really have a good Wu Dao user. I don't know if you've followed me at all, but I've had 1, 2, 3 Corels, 1 Athena, and they've all been minus attacks. So, you know, everybody else has Wu Daos. So, I don't know, maybe I'll give it to Drog if I end up getting another copy of this, but I seriously doubt that I will. Sad face. This is a wonderful, wonderful skill. It looks like she has a wonderful, wonderful kit. So definitely look forward to this. The Agile Horseman Oscar. Oh, he has a Sapphire Lance. Alright, let's move on here. No one's gonna care. I sort of feel bad saying that. I didn't even care enough to get a better action shot, although that superimposed look of his attack is pretty cool. So the Sapphire Lance is his weapon. Rally speed and defense, and at the very bottom, spur speed and defense. That's pretty neat. I'm not so excited about the rally, but the spur is nice. It really is a defensive package, and you can tell already that that is what he's meant to be. He has Lance Breaker, though, which is interesting for 2 reasons. One, he is a Lance unit, so him having Lance Breaker, that's the first kit that I could think of that came with a breaker skill that was against their own type, well, outside of Bow Breaker and Dagger Breaker, but you know, they're colorless and they don't count. So this is pretty nice. Maybe now you could keep your last copy of Narcian without sweating. Spur defense and speed seems pretty cool, and the fact that he's just set up like this makes you think that he is supposed to be a little mobile tank that's supposed to block red. So we'll see how well that works. I hope it does work out for him. Everybody's probably going to get a copy if they're trying to get Nephenee because they're both blue, and there's only 3 heroes in this banner, so that's a thing. But I think that he will have a place on some teams if you need somebody who could just block a red and just keep them from advancing. Unfortunately, there's so many good options there. I mean, no one's going to bench their Brave Lyn that they got. Well, at least 80% of you won't, because the other 20% thought picking Roy or Ike would be better. Regardless, it's not gonna. I wish he would see more play. He seems like he is a little bit more usable than what Seth was for the previous banner. He's obviously filling the same niche, just in a different color. The skill setup is pretty good here for that. Elincia is next, and she is a red flyer. That alone has me super excited. You know, then we read her skills, and I get even more excited. Mitri is a very interesting take on a brave weapon. Just takes away a couple of speed, and whenever you initiate, you attack twice. That's interesting. I think I missed the memo that brave weapons were not strong enough and needed to be buffed. 11 might on this. That's great. Thank goodness this isn't inheritable. It's a legendary weapon. It's gonna stay on her forever. But when it comes down to it, this does give me some hope, although it does also make me worried that maybe her stats are a little bit lacking, but, you know, that has yet to be seen. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the kit and keep in mind this amazing brave weapon that she has up here. Death Blow 3 is a great skill to have on anybody who's going to double tap, and so I really like it. Her default kit already seems great. Flier formation. This is interesting for a few reasons. One, it's a B slot skill. Guidance before as a skill, and now we're seeing a Flier formation. Guidance was what let infantry and the like zoom over to the Flier. This one is she gets to zoom over to other Flyers. It gives her that little bit of extra reach, and there's definitely some neat tricks that you could do with this. The fact that it occupies a B slot, it does mean that you don't get to do anything that changes your attack priority if you go through skill inheritance, and it takes away any kind of additional support that you might need in the form of a breaker skill or the like. But honestly, Flier formation, for the slot that it is in, it does seem pretty darn nice. I mean, it's a Wings of... well, I guess it's not technically Wings of Mercy. I guess it's more like escape route that doesn't have a hit point limitation on it. It just has a couple other restrictions. So looking at this, I think that this is going to screw up some arena runs. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as fun or game-changing as some other movement skills have been, but the fact that it is a B slot is great because it means that she gets to keep this trick and still grab through skill inheritance a different Flier buff so that she can support the team. I think that that is absolutely wonderful. So those are our three. 2 lance users and a sword user. The sword user's flying. Overall, I think if you're looking for something that's a little bit unique or filled with hype, this is definitely a banner to pull on. If not, I mean, it's hard to always justify pulling unless you necessarily want something that's on here, but there are some good skills here, even if you're not excited about the characters, which I think would be a little strange, at least from where I have seen. I don't know, I have not played a Fire Emblem game, in full disclosure, yet Path of Radiance was the first, and I couldn't remember the name of it for the life of me, but, you know, Ike and his games looked so cool whenever I saw them. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should give Fire Emblem a try, and then, well, I won't bother you with my weak excuses for why I never did. Regardless, this banner does seem like something that you could consider. I would not go whaling on this one. I don't think I personally am going to go whaling on this one. But there are definitely some cool units here. And it comes with a new story chapter, which is awesome. But, you know, that's a different video. So tell me, guys, who are you most excited to pull? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit like if you liked the conversation, and if you like your Fire Emblem information hot and fresh like Grandma's cookies, hit that subscribe button. My name is Deltran. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you, and until the next time, take it easy.